I told my brother to F off because he thinks I spoil my wife too much. Here's some backstory. Me and my brother come from a comfortable family, and it was pretty known that one day he'd take over the family firm. But that didn't happen because my brother wanted to be an engineer, so I stepped in to fill his spot. It wasn't on purpose, I just enjoyed the family business. I also invested in a lot of things and have multiple streams of income. My wife comes from an unfortunate background, so I like to fulfill a lot of her childhood dreams. I love to see her face when I take her to new places and buy her new things. And I honestly think that's what she deserves. She's worked hard her whole life, and I just want to make the rest of her life easier. I don't want to burden her with things she's dealt with as a child. And my wife also struggles with mental health, and I treasure taking her on vacation or sending her on one so she can have a break from her mind. Look, I am obsessed with my wife, okay? And I know sometimes I can go overboard, but it's a way of me expressing my love language. I sent her flowers because she loves them. Our wedding was wildflower themed. So last Sunday was our wedding anniversary, so yes, I filled our house with wildflowers. Yes, that seems dramatic, but my wife loved it, so I don't care. My family came over and made us dinner to celebrate our anniversary. It was a great time, and I enjoyed sharing this with my family. Until I stepped away to talk with my brother. I will say we had a few drinks, and yes, we know how to put it down, we're Italian. We start having a civil conversation about our wives. It was fine until my brother said, "You spoil your wife way too much. My wife thinks it's to compensate for a bad marriage." Of course I was pissed, and on all days he had to say it on my anniversary. I snapped. I told him to F off, and if his wife and him think like this, they're no longer welcome in my home or around my wife. Him and his wife eventually left, but not without a fight. My SIL shouted at my family saying, "I don't know, we treat that outsider like family." My mother was pissed probably more than my wife. And her comment, I don't know if it was racist, my wife is black, or classist. I'm starting to think a mixture of both. But anyway, Aida? Now, for a few comments before the update. Comment 1. I'm about to get married, and if anybody treated my fiancé like that, I would become feral. NTA, when you get married, your wife is no longer an outsider, she's a part of the family. For SEL to talk like that makes it sound like she thinks marriage is supposed to stay in the family, which frankly has me hearing banjos. Then the original poster responded with, "Congratulations, and I agree, feral is definitely the right word." And honestly, IDK what my SIL was thinking saying that. Comment 2. NTA, keep standing up for your wife, and honestly, it's your money. And if seeing her happy from things you have given her makes you happy, then that's the end of it. Your money, you choose where it goes. Also, a wildflower-themed wedding sounds beautiful. OP. I hope you don't mind, but I'm going to have to keep that idea for if I have the privilege to have a wedding. Comment 3. I hope my future partner is as thoughtful as you. NTA. But maybe don't tell your brother others everything you do for her. Not for his sake, just so you don't have to deal with their Yao Ping. And the evil eye if you believe in it. Now, for the update. And if you're enjoying the video, hit that like button. So an update is that me and my brother have had a talk. We have decided that we were both drunk and said a few things. But I'm keeping my distance because of his wife's comments. I've read through the comments on my last post, and I can agree. I think my SIL is a bit racist from some passive-aggressive comments she made about my wife, but she apologized for them in the past. Another issue why I'm keeping such a distance from my SIL is because me and my wife are pregnant, she told me this week. I'm really concerned situations like this will happen around my child, and I don't want that. I don't want my child to think I would allow microaggressions thrown at them in their own home. I told my brother this, and he understands, but he's hurt that I think about his wife in such a way. But I simply don't care. I can't sympathize with them on this. My SIL is a grown woman and knows exactly what she says and how they can affect people. Another thing I want to address is my brother has bought my SIL a whole lot and has taken her on multiple vacations. And my brother makes enough money to provide what I do, and I'll be honest, he has a trust fund I'm sure is more than enough. Yes, I do make a bit more money, and that's only because of outside income, and my wife has a good job as well. She makes good money, she works in marketing. So I don't think my SEIL is jealous of what I provide, but maybe what I give to my wife emotionally. And while my mother and sister aren't speaking to my SEL at the moment, and she's blaming my wife instead of me, this just makes me want to distance myself from her more. One more thing is, yes, my wife spoils me, just as much LOL. She is always doing things for me. For example, she's been really into making bento boxes, and she's been making them every day for lunch. She also buys me a lot for film, and my friends have made short films since college. And she recently bought me a new electric guitar for my birthday in May that I've been wanting for a long time. And of course she buys me things sporadically at Target when she goes just to go. Anyway, there's an update. I'm just keeping my distance from them. Hopefully nothing blows up. Now, for the final comments. Comment 1. It's great to hear that you and your brother have had a talk and are trying to mend things. NTA for wanting to protect your child from any negative situations, especially microaggressions. Your concerns as a parent are completely valid. It sounds like you and your wife have a strong and loving relationship, and it's heartwarming to see how you both care for each other. It's important to prioritize your family's well-being. Keep focusing on the positive and surround yourselves with those who support and uplift you. Comment 2. You're the idiot. While it's clear you love your wife and want to make her happy, it seems you might be overlooking the concerns your brother raised. Going overboard with gifts and gestures, especially in response to your wife's past, might inadvertently create an unhealthy dynamic. Your brother's comments could have been motivated by genuine concern for your relationship and your wife's well-being. Instead of immediately shutting him down with anger, you could have taken the opportunity to have an open conversation about your actions and their potential consequences. Jumping to conclusions and cutting ties with family over differing opinions might not be the most mature or productive response. It's worth reflecting on whether your actions truly stem from a healthy place or if they're driven by your own insecurities and guilt. Comment 3. Your commitment to your wife and future child's well-being is truly admirable. Not the idiot for recognizing the importance of creating a positive and supportive environment for your family. It's unfortunate that your sister-in-law's behavior has caused some tension, but you're doing the right thing by distancing yourself from negativity. Your wife's gestures of love and support towards you are heartwarming, and it's clear that you both have a strong bond. Focusing on your own family's happiness and growth is the key here. Wishing you all the best as you navigate these dynamics and continue to prioritize the people who truly matter in your life. Now, for the next story. This was so hard for me, and I need some advice. I am a woman and my partner is a man, and we were 28 when I found out I was pregnant. Together, 4 years. Personally, I didn't want the child. My work was offering potential advances within my position, and I was excited for it. But after a lot of talking, we decided to go forward with it. When I was around 20 weeks, just after finding out the gender, he disappeared. I couldn't contact him. He wouldn't answer the phone or messages. I got worried and messaged his mother and found out he was living back with her and was overwhelmed with the situation. He kept paying his part of the bills over to my bank each month, but I received no contact. I even tried going over. Nothing. By about 27 weeks, I gave up trying, gave up crying, and just got on with what I thought was a future as a single mother. I brought everything needed over the next couple of weeks and set it all up. At 31 weeks, I started having pains, but put it down to Braxton Hicks. Just before 32 weeks, my waters went and I went into labor, with the baby coming very quickly. He went straight to the NICU. I messaged and rang my ex and his mother, no response. Less than a week later, my son passed due to complications of early birth. I again tried to contact my ex and his mother, left voicemails and messages. Nothing. The next few weeks were a blur, but with the help of my mother and father, his funeral was arranged. They tried to contact ex and his mother also, still nothing. I sent more messages, nothing. I'm assuming we were probably all blocked, but honestly, at that point I didn't care. I was so broken. His funeral came and went. It was beautiful and horrible. I stopped messaging and told my family not to bother after the funeral had passed. I couldn't deal with it anymore. About 5 months after his death, my ex turned up. Let himself in. I wasn't at home, but when I got back, he was instantly hostile. The flat was clearly not set up for nor accommodating a small child. He demanded to see his son. I broke down and told him what happened. I have never seen him so sad and angry. He stormed out, slamming the door on his way out. Within half an hour, I got a nasty call from his mother, followed by messages from siblings, other family. How dare I not let them know something so serious? How could I hide something like that out of petty spite? I truly didn't. I tried. But I couldn't keep trying. It's been nearly 3 weeks now of them being awful. I was speaking to my sister this weekend and she said, TBF, it was a bit of a prick move to not keep trying. They deserve to know. Was it? I tried so hard to let him know, but I was struggling so hard too. I lost my son too. Am I the idiot? Should I have done more? Edit. Thank you all so much for your responses. Sorry for not replying to any. Reading them has been a lot. Honestly, I'm going to drink a bottle of wine or two, read your kind responses, and cry myself to sleep. Writing this all out and living it again has been hard. Unfortunately, I'm not able to change the locks. Landlord said no, but my tenancy ends on the 12th of June and I already have a new flat to move into. And thankfully, my dad has been able to cover the cost of a private therapist and I see her again Tuesday. Thank you all so much again for your kind words. Second edit. If I had realized this was going to blow up so much, then I probably would have just posted to my main. If you see this post anyway, read it, Lewis. Then read it again. Then read the comments. Then just leave me alone. Thank you all for your comments. I'm going to show my therapist the post when I see her and talk it through, but honestly, it has helped a lot. Even if I did cry quite a bit. I'm going to sleep now and won't be back on this post. But thank you all. Now, for a few comments before the update. Comment 1. Holy poop. Not the idiot. He abandoned you while you were pregnant and he and his family ignored your messages and attempts to get in contact. You are the opposite of an AH. I am so sorry for your experience and I suggest changing the locks and cutting them off completely. Comment 2. Honestly, screw him and his family. You tried contacting them before and after it happened and nothing. Then he just shows up like he didn't abandon you at such a fragile time. Honestly, if that was me, and I tried contacting the dad family and heard nothing, I wouldn't bother either because planning a baby's funeral would be my top priority. Not chasing someone who left. Not the idiot. Comment 3. Not the idiot. Frankly, I'd consider the stress he put you under as the cause of your baby passing. He'd be dead to me along with his family for hiding him, and there's no need to talk to zombies. Their brains don't work anymore. Now, for the update. And if you're enjoying the video, hit that like button. The previous post was locked, but I've had a few messages asking after me, so before I leave this account completely, I just wanted to let people know I'm all right. The move went smoothly. I'm far enough away that there is no risk of bumping into my ex or his family. I changed my number and deleted all social media, so I haven't had anything from them personally for about 6 weeks. My sister apologized for what she said, and we've spoken a lot about it all. I definitely don't think our relationship is the same, but we're okay. I still hear them speaking badly about me from friends, but I try to ignore it. I'm in therapy still, and am trying my hardest to move forward with everything. I visit my son's grave when I can. Thankfully, my ex and his family care so little about more than themselves they never asked where he is buried, so I can do so in peace. Thank you all for everything you said. I have found myself going back to the previous post a lot over the last couple of months, and it has helped more than I can express. I'll be leaving this account now, but again, thank you. Comment 1. I remember your post and how heartbreaking it was to read. The cruelty and audacity of your ex and his family remains astonishing. I'm so glad that you're well away from them now and can concentrate on your own journey of grief and healing. All the very best to you. Comment 2. I remember your post, OP. I'm so sorry about your son, but I'm glad you're in therapy and have some distance from those toxic, awful people. I wish you all the best. You deserve some good things coming your way. Comment 3. I'm still really mad on your behalf. I can't believe they had the freaking audacity to blame you when he completely disappeared. What a pack of horrible losers. I'm glad you've moved away. If you liked this video, you'll probably like these too. Also, while you're here, please consider subscribing. It's your support that keeps this channel alive and allows me to make better and longer videos. Have a great day.